also the tests that had been carried out in computer-based assessment. As it has been said by Andreas, it has talked about the number of countries in this test, and to say that in the printed test, where focusing in mathematics and sciences, and in the CBAs, where it's centering in in reading and also mathematics, and especially in problem solving capacity. So it means that to have a second and third step beyond just knowledge acquisition. In Spain, we had 188 schools participating. And we can say that I present certain of the examples of the tests that have been given to 15-year-old students, as all the rest of the PISA tasks, and for example, how to find the better match combination to arrive to a certain point in a different city, while for example, how to choose the cheapest ticket for metro, or for example, how to use air conditioning in a hotel, or how to sit guests around the table, so that you can make sure that everybody has its preferences covered. So that are problems that you have to solve on a daily basis, and not only is related to acquisition of data. And so here we see the different countries with regard to this problem solving. In green, we see the countries that had better results. In gray, we have those having scores that are similar to the average OECD, and also that those in red, which are below the average, and unfortunately Spain is there. We have to say problem solving is Spain is 477, which means 23 less than the average of the OECD, and we can say that we are in the level 2, and which means for so that I'm going to give you more information about that. The students are able to solve situations outside family environment, but they need to have help to find a solution. And if you look at the part of the slide, in the bottom part, you see the results you compare with the OECD. And in this task, for sciences, reading, mathematics, and problem solving, they are ordered from the more important to the less important, when we have less differences in between the average and Spain. We are in the top of the line, and if we are below, we see the case in we knew already that our students had poor results in sciences, reading, and mathematics, but it still is even worse in problem solving. So, and to make sure that we can just compare this, in a 15-year-old Spanish student will be able to find, to interpret in a roadmap the shortest road, or so to choose what is the meeting point that is better for most people that want to meet, or to buy the cheapest ticket when you have to combine a subway and bus and even a train. But it would have difficulties, for example, to buy the combination of tickets, and it would make, for example, will lose one of the transportation means, and also to understand and to program electronic complex devices, just like MP3, or just a vacuum cleaner, or, for example, a heater or air conditioning. And with regard to the distribution of competencies share that for a problem resolution, what we have seen is that Spain, in this table, when we see horizontally the dispersion, and means heterogeneity in the results that are found, and vertically we can find the performance if we are more vertically, it means that have better results, and If we're more in the right side, it's less variability. We can say that Spain, it have results that are poor, that are in the lowest part of the vertical axis, but also they have a lot of variability. So it means that they have very heterogeneous results between students, which means, as it had been said by Andreas, that it is not only focusing on certain centers, schools, but it's also a problem that is very much spread. If we look at the share of top performers, now we're going to make a difference between the top performers, the excellent ones, what is called levels 5 and 6, and the percentage of low performers. And we can say that with regard to top performers, Spain is very much under the average. OECD is 7.8, while the average is 11.4 in the levels 5 and 6, and the other way around for those low performers, where we are in the top of the scale. It's 30%, almost 30% of students are in level 1 or under level 1, which means basic levels to be able to solve daily tasks that you have to face almost every single day. This is an explanation that only students in level 2, those who are beyond 1 or under 1, are able to solve problems that are complex that they can find in their daily life. With regard to differences between boys and girls in problem solving, we see that, as it has been said, there are differences in other countries between boys and girls. Normally, boys, when there are differences, normally we can say that normally boys, as I'm saying, they are outperformed with regard to girls. But in Spain, there are no differences, no great differences between boys and girls. With regard to associated factors, for example, to be the immigrant status. And what we have seen is in OECD, the difference between native students and immigrant students is 36 points. I cannot see it on the screen as you're doing, but as I'm saying, well, the difference in Spain is 39 points, so the difference between Spain is more important than the average that we can find in the OECD. With regard to the other associated aspects, just like the educational level for parents, the outcome could be just interpreted positively or negative. Well, we have less difference between the children of well-educated parents, and we can say that that could indicate, and also that we have less equity, but because also we have the same, we have good results for low level, but we say in the middle we have those having low parents with low level in education, but this is the similar results as the rest of students in the OECD, but we can say that when normally, when there is a well-educated environment, parents, parents normally have children with best results. But we can say that in Spain, this situation is not as acute in other countries. With regard to those retaking a grade, there is a negative impact in Spain, as we have said in other presentations in Spain. Those retaking a grade is more important than the average of the OECD, very much important, and as we have said in other presentation, this is a method which is not efficient to solve problems for those performing lower, and also has an important economic impact on the system. And it means that while those retaking a grade has low performance and those that are not having that are for the first time in the grade, so this situation is also explaining in part the poor results that we get. And in here we can find that OECD in Spain, what is the relationship between results found in the problem solving and the results that are gotten in knowledge test, in mathematics, in sciences and reading. If we start by OECD, we see that there's an important correlation. Those having a good performance in, for example, math, sciences and reading, also they have good results in problem solving. However, in Spain, what we see is that correlation are very important between the knowledge test, those having good results in reading, maths and sciences. Only in this tests normally have results, good results in all tests. However, for problem solving there is not much correlation, which means that students that get good results in knowledge test are not going to perform well, or it's not going to explain they're going to perform well in problem solving. And so this is really, we have to say that maybe we are focusing very much on getting knowledge and not in problem solving, and that is something that makes a difference between Spain and the rest of the OECD countries. With regard to the real outcomes and the one expected, and the reals that we see in the test, and the other is what we could expect according to the results in sciences and reading and maths. And we see that in the top of the graph, a series of countries have good results, and these countries also the performance is better than the expected. So in these countries, students for problem solving, they have better results that could be expected according to the results they have in the knowledge tests. If we look at the group of countries that are in the middle, where the results are, as I say, in the average, and well, the expected and real results are similar, and also we have the bottom of the line where Spain is there, and we can see that what we see is there are countries that have worse results in knowledge test, but they also have lower performance in problem resolution, which means that students that have low results in knowledge tests, they have also problems with in problem solving skills. And I'm going to go to the second part of the presentation with a digital test, the results that have been presented in PISA 2012, and we can say in digital here is that Spain is under the OECD average, and we have 475 points, which is 22 points under the average in the OECD. And the math test, digital math test, is the result is even worse than the printed one. With regard to the performance, it's a situation that has been said, that I have explained with problem solving. We have a percentage that is too high for low performers, and we have a very low performance percentage of top performers. So, as I'm saying, that is the results for the digital test. With regard to reading, to digital test in reading, outcomes are similar. Spain is below the average. and we can say Spain has 466 points, 31 below the average, and we can say the performance for digital reading is in Spain is lower than in the printed version. So it seems that having the digital test is more complex and has an impact on outcomes. And also we have the same situation when we look at the percentage of low performers and the top performers. We have, if we compare with the rest of the ECD countries, that is very important of low performers is 26%, and however our level of high performers or top performers is not very important. We're not at the top of this list. And on top of that, the evolution of development is that in fact we had a worsening, which means that in 2009 is when we had the first the digital reading test was better than the one we have in the PISA 2012. So we understand that students have more and more digital skills. However, results of reading skills in digital version is worse. This is the end of the outcome presentation. I have to say that the most important conclusion that we get is that we knew that our students in the knowledge test in PISA in maths, reading and science had results that were poor, relatively poor, but this study shows that in problem solving results are even lower. We understand that is due to the fact that till the approval of the Lancet legal framework for education, the methodology in schools is obsolete, and that is focusing on just acquiring knowledge, and there is no effort to show students how to solve complex problems, which is assessed by this test, to have a critical approach, to work in teams, and to have complex tasks, as it has been said by Andreas at the beginning of his presentation, is what is now important for the labor market and is going to determine the future of the students. After the implementation of the LOMCE, we will have an important and radical change, as you have seen, you might have seen in the new laws. The curriculum, the syllabi approved are not just only focusing on a list of knowledge that you have to get. They are assessment criteria and also learning standards that highlight the importance of having this shift in methodology, and also goes in line to all the systems that have good results. We are going to implement tests that are going to be just more homogeneous for all the schools. It's not only going test of knowledge. It's not going to be only just assessing knowledge, but also they are going to focus on the acquisition of certain skills that are important for students, and we think that is going to give a new step forward in the modernization and improvement of our system. For now, it's important that teachers understand that this is a challenge that they have ahead of them, that they have to be leading this shift, and that we will provide them all the tools they will need. For example, more autonomy in centers, more leadership in headmasters, and also the relevant role of teachers to change his methodology, and also to participate more creatively in the contents and in the methodology that is going to be developed. Thank you very much.